Live. Hey, everybody, I'm Velan Hawkins with Vegan Visibility Productions, co-founder with my co-founder, Kathleen
I
Cage.
was so excited. I was ready to wave before you even said my co-founder. It's like, it's a great
Ah,
day. It's a great day.
it is. It really is. And we're here with another really great conversation around the right partners.
Yes.
Um, and it's really interesting because a lot of what we do is around these collaborative partnerships, right? I mean, that's part of the visibility strategy that we put in front of most, if not all, of our clients is who can you partner with? Who can you collaborate with? What organization? What other business owner? Just the whole nine yards. We
Mm-hmm.
even look at our clients and say, how can we collaborate on some things? And so that's what we're going to be talking about today, identifying the right partners and really understanding what makes that perfect partnership that's going to move your brand and be mutually beneficial to move another person's brand as well.
Absolutely. And, it's interesting because we're very niched in the market that we're in. And we often get approached by people saying, oh, I'd like to partner with you. And they're not part of the whole mission that we're involved with. If anything, they're completely the opposite side of the spectrum. And so for us, we're very clear on the type of people we partner with. They have to be aligned with the values that we have for the whole vegan movement, compassion to animals, the environment, people's health. And if they're not, it doesn't matter how great their product or service is. It doesn't matter how much of an expert they are. For us, it's just not a fit. And so as you look for partners to collaborate with, you want to think in terms of, will this work long term? Will it work with the message that you're trying to get out to market, the mission that you're on? And if it doesn't, there's no need to even engage in those conversations, to just say, I wish you well, and this is not a fit. On the other hand, if they are a great fit and you know it, that's when you really go to bat and find every way and every reason why it would be a good collaboration.
And I love the point that you made about being strong enough, being courageous enough to say, this is not a fit. Because a lot of times we think, well, how can I make this fit? Even knowing that it's not quite the right fit.
Mm-hmm.
And what I have learned to do, what we teach our clients to do, is identify your core values. And when you identify your core values, it's easy for you to say, and even if they fit one or two of those five or seven core or nine core
Right.
values, it really does take strength, courage, and wisdom to put yourself in a place to say, not here. And I honestly, Kathleen, I had to learn it the hard way because I belong to a couple of organizations and they're, high level networking organizations. And one in particular has all of the type of entrepreneurs in it that I would like to work
Mm-hmm.
with.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things that we do, they would fit for. Others is a hard no.
Right.
And I had to be one of those people who had to find that strength, courage, and the wisdom was there. But when you don't have that strength muscle and the courage to say, I'd love to, but it's not really a fit. My niche is this. And it's okay to have your reasons, your explanations there, but it's more important for you to be able to say no, because not
Absolutely.
every client is a good client. Not every dollar is good dollar. Not, one of my early coaches said, not all money is good money.
Right.
And
Right.
you
Absolutely.
sometimes have to lose money in order to really realize that. But why go through that? Right?
Absolutely. I'll give you a great example, and this is on a very, if you will, simple partnership, and it would be bringing guests onto our podcast show. I have had people, I get contacted quite a bit from people who want to be on any one of the podcast shows that we produce, our own show. It doesn't matter. They want to be on the show. And I had somebody yesterday that sent me this long drawn out message and basically said this person's a nutritionist. They've written a book. They've done this. They've done that. They've gotten this award, that award. And I didn't even read the whole thing because in the first paragraph, I should have been able to identify, are they a good partner for my show, our show, or one of our clients' shows? And I wrote back and I said, are they vegan? If they're not, it's not a fit. I mean, it's like that might seem really direct, but in the interest of time for everybody, it's like get to the heart of the matter right away. So if you're looking for partnerships, identify what's really important to the other person or persons, the other organization. And if you identify that right out the gate, and it's true, because if we find out, if we have somebody who says, oh yes, I'm vegan, I'm on that vegan diet, well, that's kind of a first clue that they're probably not vegan, because it's the plant-based diet, it's the vegan lifestyle. So if they come to us and say, yes, I am vegan, and we go and we look on their Insta, because we do check our guests out. If we go on their Instagram, their Facebook, their Twitter, their LinkedIn, and then we see them at a restaurant with a big steak in front of them, ooh, that's a no-no. And you know what? If that's what they want to do, great, but don't bring that on our show. It just isn't a fit. So that's kind of a very simple identification of a partnership, because then you get into more elaborate partnerships with organizations, with sponsors, with one organization that we're working with right now, and one partner we have is Meryl Fury, and we are doing the Radiant Roots bundle. And the Radiant Roots bundle, I'll let you identify what it is, V-Lynn, if you could explain what the Radiant Roots bundle is and why it's such a great fit for what you're doing, what I'm doing, and what Meryl's doing.
Well, the Radiant Roots bundle came out of a conversation that, there's a lot of bundle projects out there, but this one was special and particular to serving the African American and people of color market. And we happen to be fortunate enough to have found a group of medical doctors. These are medical practitioners that actually are also plant-based, and they want to get this information in front of their clients and patients. And when the idea came up, they jumped on it. It was like, how do we do this? And us as digital marketers, it was like, perfect match. It's the kind of client as a group that we would love to have. And then it's the visibility strategy that we employ and we create for our clients. And so the bundle came out of that. And it is targeted, and I will say that it is targeted to people of color, to African Americans and people of color. But you know what? This information is for everyone. We've been talking about it for quite a while now. We are in other groups, and in our networking group, we happen to mention projects like this that we're working on. And we've had people of all types say, oh my gosh, that sounds great. I want it. And they've made a purchase.
Absolutely.
And so, it's definitely looking at, is this partnership something that we both bring or all bring something amazing to the table regarding? And then we actually ended up finding this group because of Meryl. And it's a group that she's connected with. And so, in thinking about those, and I'll go ahead and call them perfect partnerships, knowing that there is nothing that is perfect. However, when you get as close as possible, you can call it perfect.
Absolutely.
Because it's the match that counts, and then what you do with it. And these doctors have taken action some didn't have a lead magnet when we first started the project. They created their lead magnets, they created their videos, they have gone above and beyond in order to provide for this bundle. And, even to marketing it to the African American communities, we're talking about churches, we're talking about other organizations, other nonprofits that they may know that they can put this in front of now. And what does it do for you when you have that kind of branding and brand insert? Right? The bundle is a package. Their items got inserted, their brand got inserted. It's a brand insert into something. You'd have a brand insert into a virtual summit. You'd
Right.
have a brand insert into an anthology book. This is a brand insert, and they have taken it upon themselves to market it and promote it. And for us, that's the kind of partnership, that's the kind of collaboration that does create high visibility, high opportunity, revenue, and opportunity beyond what you could actually think is possible, right? How many times
Absolutely.
have we seen the beyond what I thought was possible come out of something? Like you, for example, speaking engagements that come out of a post on Facebook or Twitter that you've responded to, that had somebody else look at it and say, let's have a conversation. And then from there it goes on. I mean, the potential is unlimited.
You just reminded me of one of the greatest opportunities I had. I did a crowdfunding for a rescue dog that we had that needed some major surgery, and she was very very sick. She had been a puppy mill breeder dog, and she was about 10 years old when she came to us, and I knew it was going to be several $1,000s. So what I did is I used the skills that I had in creating a great digital product. And what I did is I did a crowdfunding, and I said, when you donate to this project, you'll get this product, and made more than enough to pay for all her surgeries. I was able to donate, and it turned out really good. Well, what I didn't expect, because didn't have anything attached to it other than making sure Delaney was taken care of. And what I didn't expect was I got a call out of the blue for just doing what I was doing. And it was from Yvonne DeVita, who at the time was running a conference called Blog Pause. And it was a blogging conference for people in the pet industry. And she said, would you come and speak at our conference? And I said, well, I'm not in the pet space. That's not what I do. She goes, well, you're very into animals. We know that. And you're very good and very skilled at making money online. And that's what our people need to know. Would you come and speak? And we talked about what that meant. And they would fly me out. They put me up, and they actually would make a donation in my name to an organization of my choice for a few $1,000s for being the keynote speaker. And one thing led to another. That one opportunity, I said yes, had a great time. Karen and I both went to, I think it was Phoenix where the conference was. And I spoke at their conference probably 3 different years. And that opened up opportunities with people in the pet industry who needed to learn how to do digital marketing, needed to learn how to do book marketing. They needed to learn how to create products. It turned into literally several $100,000 as a result of one thing that I felt called to do. And it's interesting because part of the partnerships, it's also tapping into what you're being called to do. Oftentimes we get so into our head that we try to analyze everything. We try to figure everything out instead of saying, okay, what am I being called to do? And in the industry that we're in now, Vlyn, with the vegan space, which it's about compassion to animals, it's about the environment, it's about people's health. And when you start looking at what's really going on with people's health, we get called deeper and deeper and deeper into this whole matrix, if you will. And the thing is that sometimes there are things that we need to be doing and we're just called to do it. It's like, okay, we will do that. Other times it's like, no, it just doesn't fit. Be willing to walk away. Like you had mentioned, you have to know when to walk away. But I really want to encourage people to get into action, because so often what we do is we just think things through and everything has to be perfect before we take an action. No. You sometimes you take the action and then you figure everything else out after the fact, because
that is perfect.
Thank you.
That is the definition.
I thought you were going to say I was perfect, but I'll take that is perfect.
We look and we set the expectation of perfect being without flaw. That is not perfect. Perfect is engaging in something that you know is the right thing to do, the right path to take.
Absolutely.
And perfect is taking advantage of those opportunities.
Absolutely.
Perfect is making that phone call. Perfect is doing the things that you would not otherwise do, but you're doing them to get where you want to go.
I have to tell you, part of my perfect is when I go to the grocery store. I don't know what it is, but I just get called to engage people and to have conversations, and usually older people. And being 70 myself, that's pretty old. That they have to be pretty old. But no, I just find that is part of what I'm called to do, is to have a conversation, to connect with people. And yesterday, I'm in the one of the aisles, and this woman, she was trying to grab something, and I said, "Oh, no." She goes, "Excuse me," and she goes, "No." I said, "No, it's okay, it's okay." And I said, "You're fine." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And I said, "No, no, no." I said, "Here, I'm going to give you some coaching right now." I said, "When somebody goes, 'You're fine,' you say, 'I like to think so.'" She started giggling. And I said, "Okay, now we're going to have your lesson." And here I am in a grocery store in an aisle doing a coaching session with this older woman, and her husband standing there just going, "Okay, this woman's crazy." But I took her through 4 times to where I said, when somebody says, "You're fine," say, "I like to think so." I had her giggling and laughing, and she goes, "Now, what did I need to say?" "I like to think so." And it was such a nice connection in that brief moment. That's perfect. That's perfect. And in the grocery line, when I was doing checkout, there was a woman in front of me that somehow we started having a conversation. Well, she had had 3 open heart surgeries. She had had another surgery for something else. And all I did was listen. I did look at what she got in her grocery bag, though. And I thought, I could tell her that's the cause, or I could just keep my mouth shut and have a connection moment. In that moment, it was about connection. It wasn't about telling her what she was eating probably wasn't the healthiest. That was not appropriate at that point in time. Now, other times I do take advantage of that. But what does this have to do with partnerships? Partnerships are about connection. It's always about connecting with people. And if you feel that there really is a connection, then see where it goes, explore it. When you feel like it really just isn't a fit, and again, we know what's a fit and we know what's not a fit. And sometimes we're surprised. Sometimes we're very surprised when something shows up and we go, let's explore this. Let's see where it goes.
And that's what I want to kind of put out to our audience there. If you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, I love what they're talking about, I resonate with the message that they're sharing. They do digital marketing, and I know that that's a need in my business. Take the step and reach out, explore the conversation, know or get to know whether or not there's an alignment there that actually can help to meet your needs. That's how you identify partners. That's how you identify coaches. That's how you identify people that have what you need in order to take you to that next place. It's for me in all the coaching that I do, it's always thinking about what's the next thing? What's
Right.
the next thing? And, I've heard a lot of people talk about, well, you're living in the future. No, I'm living today because I know what I want my next thing to be so that I can do today what's going to make tomorrow get closer to that.
Absolutely. You in some ways you have to project into the future,
Yeah.
because it's like our actions today. Let's take what we consume and what we do with our health. I had a beautiful walk this morning. I took about a 1.5 mile walk, and then I watered. I went back to my mother-in-law used to live on our back property, and she passed away a year and a half ago. And I still take care of her garden. So I went back there and I watered the flowers. And if I didn't take care of that in a week, they're all going to be dead because it's been so hot. If I don't take care of my health, if I don't take the walks in a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months down the road, I'm not going to be healthy. And so what you want to do is you want to look at your actions today that create the future for tomorrow. Well, that's kind of a oxymoron. Is that the right word?
No,
Oxymoron? Oh,
you do today what is going
future
to make
tomorrow.
your tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly what
So,
I'm saying.
okay.
And you have to know what you want your tomorrow to look like. Otherwise, how do you know what you're doing today is
Absolutely.
going to get you there? And
Absolutely.
so
It, it,
even if it might take researching, okay, I know what I want that to be, but I'm not real sure how to get there or how to do it or what all the pieces are that I need. Take time to do the research. Do the research today so that you know what to do tomorrow to get you a step closer to that thing that
Absolutely.
you want to actually
Absolutely.
see.
So, So with that, I would encourage people to go to veganvisibilityproductions.com/RROH hyphen bundle. That's veganvisibility.com, veganvisibilityproductions.com/RROH hyphen bundle. And check out the bundle, because it's we've got some incredible resources from medical doctors, from nutritionists. We've got a yoga instructor, and she does a beautiful demonstration with her daughter, who's about 8 years old, on preparing food. And the thing is that we've priced it in a way that it's affordable for just about anybody. If you can't afford it, maybe somebody would buy it for you for your birthday, or for, a special occasion, an anniversary or something. Or maybe you could buy one for somebody else, because it truly is a lifesaver. And some people go, well, what's different about this than other plant-based bundles? One is it's really geared towards the underserved people within certain communities. It is put on by African-American doctors, who that is the niche right there. And so I encourage you, go ahead.
Can I just for a second
Absolutely.
mention that these are all African-American female doctors, women doctors.
Yes.
There's a gynecologist, there's internal medicine, there's nurses that are very proactive in the work that they do. There's a piece on gardening, how to start your first garden.
That gardening book is so by
there's a piece on sleep, why sleep is so important. There's a piece important as far as in weight loss and chronic illness. There's one on pregnancy. How do you manage being pregnant and doing it the right way so that your baby or babies are healthy? What else is in there, Kathleen?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. There's the 7-day reboot. That I wrote that one. That was about my own 7-day reboot by going plant-based. We've got the 15 alkaline foods. We've got 5 of my favorite crock pot recipes. I love the crock pot. Yeah, absolutely.
Outdoor living, the plant-based way.
Absolutely.
We've got there's so much more. Kathleen mentioned a yoga demonstration. There's so much within this package that I know that you'll find something for yourself. And if there's nothing for yourself in there, or you think that, maybe there's something for someone you know.
Absolutely.
One of the biggest things that we need to do is think about others as we're thinking about ourselves. We have this rule of lift as you climb, and
absolutely,
we're climbing, but even more than that, we're moving forward, and we're thinking about who can come with us.
And if you buy a book, you usually pay nowadays $25 to $30 for one book. In this package, we have dozens of items for $27. That's it. That's the total price. And I was reading something recently about the whole thing with fertility, where we often think it's the woman who's the issue around fertility, and it's not. It's the man too. And oftentimes it's more the man than the woman, and it has to do with what they're consuming. Plant-based eating has been proven to increase the sperm count. It's been proven to reverse type 2 diabetes, heart disease, certain cancers, high blood pressure, inflammation, all of these things that people are, it's the new normal. And it's like, let's not be the new normal. Let's really get out there. Let's live the healthy life that we've been gifted. God gave us our body to take care of. It's like, why would we not want to take care of it? We are giving you the resources. We're making them available to you for a very reasonable investment, to really look at what can you do to eat healthy, get your family eating healthy. The whole thing with ADHD and autism and all that.
Children, there's links. There are direct recipes that are kid friendly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fantastic.
It's an amazing package, and I would encourage you to take a look at it, to get it. And it's not going to be available like forever.
Right. So, I think it's only till the 21st that it's available.
21st,
of July. Okay. So for those
this
people
month,
like thinking, oh, the 21st, that's whenever you watch this. It's the 21st of July, 2024 that it'll be available to. So go to the page, and these are all partners. These are all collaborative partners. They are all aligned with the mission and the message. They're plant-based doctors, and they've got phenomenal stories. When you dig into their resources and you read their personal story, it's like, whoa, this is amazing. So with that, V-Lynn, always a pleasure.
Always, always. Thank
Always.
you, everybody, for being with us and for watching today. Leave us a comment, subscribe to our channel, and find us. Go visit our website. Find
Absolutely.
us. See if there's anything that's there that we do that may be able to help you. We're always open to having a conversation. And our goal, our ultimate goal, is to really help change the landscape of health of people, of compassion towards animals, and for saving the planet. And we're doing what we can do. Are you doing what you can do to take care of yourself, your family, and all of your environment? And
Wonderful.
on that note, thanks, everybody. We will see you next time.
Yes, we will. Take care.
Bye.